Hi everybody, this is Fancy. I hope you're doing well today. We are in the Game Ant Legion and this is Training Day Part 2. I'm going to go over this rather quickly. I want to talk about collecting resources today, and then I'm going to tell you like some of the little tips and tricks that you'll learn along the way, or in your case, you're going to learn right now. I'm going to come out of here. I am in my newest nest, which is Ms. Fortune, and we are going to go out and collect. Right now, I am in a rally, so one of my troops are already out. Being this is a newer one, I don't know. I think I only have two. I think I only have two marches in this one, but let's see. So I'm going to be looking. This nest really needs more. Looks like it needs food. Let me see here. It needs food, and that's 170, and leaves are 330. So it needs food more than anything, and water, and mushrooms we don't use so much when you're a smaller nest, um, but you can always use them too. One of the places you're going to want to go first is to your Alliance Depot. Ours is right here. Ours is a fungus. This is where you can collect and not get. Well, we are in an all nap state, so you shouldn't get attacked anywhere. We avoid each other that way. We give each other our resource collecting courtesy, so everybody can grow as a state and as individual alliances. So, but if you were in a nap state, this is where you would go and not get attacked, and it also allows you to collect quicker. So this is one of the places you are going to want to be first. I'm not going to go in there right now. However, I am going to show you what you should do. When you go in here, I always take out my top ants. And the reason for that is so I have them available should I need them. Sometimes if you like sign up for something, an event, and these are tied up somewhere, it won't show them in your lineup. So you want to have them available anytime you can. So what I'm going to do is tap on that. I'm going to clear all, and that takes those specialized ants out of there. You only need them when you're attacking something. They put their attributes onto your troops. When you're collecting, you're just collecting. You don't need to, you're not like attacking your resources. You're just going in there and gathering up the resources. So take them off so they're available to you. And then you want to hit this back arrow button, and that's going to bring you back here. Now those specialized ants are gone. We want to take and hit that graph button. And if you scroll down here, the game automatically will send in your lowest troops to fill that that depot, and it'll also save them in there, and it puts in enough that you can gather as much as you can out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this. I use my haste for in gathering in the yard, so to speak, out in the world, instead of in here, because they're faster. You want them to get here. You're not going to get, nobody's going to beat you to it. There's plenty for everybody. So you don't have to worry about hurrying up to get in this one. So I want to save these haste, which is the boot, to send out when I'm gathering in the field, in the mud, or in the grass. So we're just going to hit OK, and then you'd hit dispatch. Now, being I'm not using any haste, or if I was using only haste, this dispatch time would be cut in half. It'd be a lot quicker. However, I don't have enough to send both places, so I am just going to do it that way. It'll take 4 minutes there, 4 minutes back, or 4 1/4. All right, but I'm not really going to send right now because I want to show you how we do it otherwise. So now we're going to go ahead and hit the magnifying glass, and then we're going to look for water. Now, I'm a smaller nest yet. I think you saw I'm a 16. I don't have a lot of CP. I don't have a lot of troops. So if I was to go to a 7, which I doubt, oh, they are there. Shoot. I should have switched over to my other nest. Um, but if you look here and if you hit collect, you see I only have enough soldiers to cover 50,000 of those. You see the top number here, 50,806 of that. And there's 80,000 in them. If you take sevens, especially, but any of them, and leave some behind, which is what you're going to do, there'd be about 30,000 left behind. That does not allow that any of those resources to spawn again. They'll be left there uncollected, so the game will not put out new sevens because that's still sitting there and somebody's going to have to clean them up, and they don't appreciate that. And when they go into a seven, they want a full load, this 80,000. They don't want 30. So it's your responsibility to make sure they're cleaned up. Now you could go back to them, but that's very uncourteous to other players because if they can do it all in one sitting, it's better to let them that can use them now than yourself, who doesn't really need that many at the moment. So what I'm going to do is not take a seven. We're going to be courteous, and we're going to look and see if we can handle a six. So we're going to go to a six. Now this is 56,000. I still only have 50, so that's going to leave about, well, 5,200 or thereabout. So I don't want to do that either. Because these are going to be in here for a while, and I don't want to have to remember to go back and clean it up immediately. There's might be events going on or something like that. So the 40 we know we can do because we have 50. So I'm going to take that one there. And again, we do not need soldiers on top. If you, I don't know, it might automatically do it. It does. Normally, I'm able to take these off and they will stay off. I don't know if it does it because we are smaller or what, but they keep coming back. So if they have to be there, I guess they have to be there. But normally you would take them off. And then here is where we'd want to send in our haste so they're quicker. Now, I don't know if I have enough to do that. If you look here, it's automatically going to take what it needs. But I'm going to try it this way. We're going to use that garbage can to put it back down to 0. And then I'm going to put in all my haste. And let's try these two and see if that's enough. Oh, it's nowhere near enough. You see, I only have 17,000 and we need it to take care of 40,000. Now, I might not have enough to do this with just haste, but you want to get to the point where you can. So it will be that much faster. When you are going to these okay, I'm not going to have enough to just do haste. I need to train another 20,000 haste soldiers. They can be T1s. They don't have to be higher than that. But you want to have enough to be able to get these quickly, especially during events that call for you to get there first. So for this case, I will just go ahead and have them send whatever I need to be able to get it. And I'm going to send it out. Now, I want to explain something to you. Now, when I did that, if there was somebody else coming to that to get that while I was setting that up, there would be lines going to it in your screen. If it's another alliance, the screen would start flashing red. You'll know that you're going to it at the same time as somebody else. You want to know if you were the first to hit it or if they were. And how you do that is you click on that resource and you hit the dispatch record. Well, you see, I'm the only one listed there. If somebody else was going for it, your name would either be on the top or the bottom. Whoever hits it first is who is in the right. So if somebody else was down here and they were, even a couple seconds quicker than me, it shows you the time here all the way down to the seconds, then it would be up to me to recall that. Now, there's a couple ways you can avoid that. You don't want to hit them at all costs. Now, if you are on the bottom, you are in the right. And if they're not stopping, then you should send them a message. You can just hit on their, it's going to be hard for me to show you without one being there, but you can hit on their name and it'll bring up and you can see it says send private message, and you could be like, hey, I was there first, or, or or you can, something to get their attention. They may write you back and say, and this is what you can do as well. They might say, I will get there first and leave. That's meaning that even though it says that they hit the button after you to, collect, that they're closer, so they're going to get there first. They get there for even a second, they can hit return before you get there. You won't collide. Um, the other thing that they might do is hit a recall, and I'm going to show you that real quick. But if you don't have any recalls, which sometimes you get through events, you can also buy them in the Alliance shop. You can buy them, I believe, in the Diamond shop. And if you just hit, actually, if you hit it, yes, you can get them in the Diamond shop. If you hit it and you don't have one, it'll say spend, and I think it's 400 diamonds, if I remember correctly. So it's quite expensive. So if you don't have any and you don't want to spend those diamonds, which who does? So then what you can do is you can throw up, you don't throw up, you put on a shield, and those will be in your bag under war. Throw on a 2-hour shield, and that will bounce you off of them. So they might say, I've put on a shield. That's what that means. That means you're protected. If you get there first and they are in the wrong and they're coming at you, if they throw up a shield or put on a shield, or if they are there and you are in the wrong, you're after them, and you put up a shield, you will get to that resource thing and the resource pile, and you will just turn around. And there will be no altercations or any kind of issues. So just make sure that you, before you walk away from the game, if you hit to go to a resource tile, make sure that you double check it, and make sure that nobody is already coming to it or is coming at the same time. Don't just walk away, because if it's left unattended and you don't do one of those things, then you're going to hit them, and that's going to cause casualties, and they're going to have to heal their troops, and they're going to lose resources that were rightfully theirs, or vice versa, and if it's your case. And then they are going to go to you first, and then if they don't get any satisfaction from you, they will go to their leader, or vice versa. You come to me, and then I will go to them. However, if you want to do it that way, but either way, you have to pay for their healing if it's in your fault, and you also have to send them those resources, which means you have to leave our alliance, go to their alliance, and transfer them resources to them. Now, if this happens to you, you want to take screenshots. You want to take a screenshot of that you were on the bottom, you were faster, you hit collect first. It's not who gets there first, it's who actually sends the message, or sends collect first. So to avoid a big problem and having to do all of that, then it's real easy to avoid it. Just pay attention. And that about sums it up for collecting. If you have any other questions, I do have one more suggestion. Before you send out to collect, and I did not do this, what you should do is you will want to go, if you look here, we talked about this in the previous video, about this will open up what you have going on in your nest. Now, I just moved this nest here, so I currently have state protection. But we want to go down here, this collecting speed. This is what we want to put on. Now, I'm going to change, I usually put on a 24-hour in my main nest, and you will probably want to do that if you send them out often. I probably won't get back to this nest as quickly, because it is my, one of my collector nests. And as soon as I get it built up, I want to send them out once and leave them for a while. So I don't want to put on a full 24 and use 300 diamonds to do it. I want to put on a 50% that's going to last 8 hours rather than 24. Now, like I said, normally I would do 24 so I don't have to do it again. Here, I'm not going to, and it does save you about 100 diamonds. Well, let's say 3. Actually, it's the same. 100 for 8 hours, or 24 for 300. So either way, I guess it's the same. So it depends on if you're going to come back in 8 hours and put on a new one. But you can hit that one, or you can also get that 8 hour one out of your Alliance shop. If you come in here to Alliance shop, I don't know if there's one here. These are just special items that are here for 1 week. The game puts these on here. This is your actual Alliance shop that, like in our case, Synergy Alliance puts out. So whatever your alliance is, this is theirs. This is the one they fill inventory on. So if you ever see anything in here that is low on stock, meaning like just a few, you might want to tell somebody in leadership so it can be restocked, or if there's none there at all. Um, so here under speed is resource collecting speed, and you can also get these with your alliance points, and of 40,000 of your alliance points will also purchase that. So we're going to take it. Now, when you buy it, just don't assume it's going to go on, because it doesn't. You have to hit use. So buy it and hit use, and now we have a collecting speed. That one that I just sent out will not have that speed attached to it. It already started collecting. Now I could call it back and bring it back to my nest and send it back out, and it would have that boost on it. But you do want to put it on before you go. And that about sums it up now. All right, you guys, you have a great day. I hope this has helped, and watch for the next one. It's coming soon. Talk to you later. Have a great, happy Thanksgiving. I'll have a good one. Bye bye.